The corporate emperor has no clothes when it comes to speaking in public. All is revealed. You would think that they all know this and would prepare themselves to be a triumph. No, that isn't what happens, and find out more in today's show. Welcome back to Year 6 of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which we release every Monday. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, master trainer, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Zaegyo is the translation of Japan Sales Mastery. Anatamo Prezen no Tatsujin is the translation of Japan Presentations Mastery. And my latest book is Stop Wasting Money on Training. And the Japanese title is Training de Okane o Muda ni suru no wa yamemashou. We are bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaka, in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? We are here to win in business in Japan. Let's all be at the forefront, at the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. This is episode number 307, when senior executives' presentations are exposed in public. So let's get going. Speech contests and debating contests are usually for younger people at school or university. It is not often you see the most senior people from major corporations going head-to-head in a public setting. I was at an event where there was a vote to take place for some prestigious seats on the board of a non-profit. If the number of applicants equals the number of seats, then it is a perfunctory competition where the winners' names are just announced. In the case of more hopefuls than places, then things hot up. Each person had 2 minutes to make their pitch. Now remember, these are very experienced and senior people, in some cases heading vast organizations. I was fascinated to see how they would fare. With one exception, English was not their native language. However, they have been international business people their whole lives, and many have lived in numerous foreign countries, running the local businesses for the multinational parent company. Language skill wasn't even a factor. As you might expect, some were better than others in presenting. However, overall, they were pretty underwhelming, given the types of big jobs they were holding. They knew for many weeks that this day would arrive, that they would have to speak and compete for places with each other, and that they only had 2 minutes. They had the opportunity to prepare, to rehearse what they would say. This was not a spontaneous idea on the part of the organizers suddenly thrust upon a bunch of innocents. The first thing I noticed was how poorly they had all prepared. Talking about your resume and how big your big corporate is fine, but there was no thought given to what the audience wanted to hear. Everything was presented from their own point of view. A few minutes spent planning, preparing, would have come up with a fine list of audience expectations of this board. They would have identified which hot buttons they needed to push. This is not hard stuff, folks. They will represent our interests on the board. And so what would our member interests be? Having divined that, we should then craft our message to present about how our experience, organizational muscle, and personal attributes will deliver for the members. We only have 2 minutes, so that means we have to prune hard to fix upon the most high impact points which will resonate with the audience. We then need to rehearse to make sure we can get this inside the strict 2-minute limit. We don't want to be rushing it or confusing our audience with too many varied points. If we rush it, they have no hope of keeping track of what we are on about. Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to become a fully competent and confident presenter, then do the High Impact Presentations course. We are all being judged when we speak, be it in the internal team meeting or in a public environment. Be it the big bosses, clients, or an industry audience, everyone is evaluating us. Don't blow it. Get the best training on the planet. Do the High Impact Presentations course now in either Japanese or English. Speaking in public means our personal and professional brands are on show. Let's make it a total success. Japan Presentations Mastery is the Bible for presenting in Japan. This is the most comprehensive collection of experience and insight on presenting that you will ever need. Don't work it out by trial and error. Buy Japan Presentations Mastery and learn how to be confident, clear, and persuasive. Buy Japan Presentations Mastery now. Welcome back. Now, when we deliver our talk, we have to engage with our audience. We'll be going one after another, so we have to break through and override the message of whoever preceded us and implant our message such that our successor speaker cannot root it out. Sadly, none of this is happening, and they were not engaging their audience at all. What are they like when addressing the troops back at the office, I was wondering. Going by this effort, not much chop. The common thing I noticed was what was missing from all the speakers was eye contact. They were not using their 2 minutes to physically engage, to connect with enough people. Using 6 seconds, one-on-one eye contact, we can directly engage with at least 20 people in the audience. Toward the rear, because of the distance, the people sitting around the target person also believe the speaker is talking directly to them as well. So we can increase that 20 number quite substantially. Delivering your resume in a monotone means you are missing the opportunity to hit key words for greater effect. Now, when I say hit, I mean that in the sense that you can choose whether to add voice strength or withdraw voice strength to gain variety in your delivery. Our gestures are another way to bring power to what we are saying. It creates energy, and that is what we want to transmit to the audience. We are a person of energy who can get things done for the members. Some of the speakers chose to speak while holding their hands behind their backs, denying themselves the opportunity to use gestures. When we don't show our hands, we are triggering a deep mistrust in the audience. This is because since we lived in caves, we've learned not to trust people whose hands we cannot see. It was all pretty bad, actually. Corporate leaders need to be excellent communicators, and that includes giving professional presentations to external groups. This is not something we are born with. We learn it, and we further develop it over the course of our careers. There was a lot of personal, professional, and company brand damage done the other day at the face-off for the board seats. When it is your turn to speak, be ready and blow your competitors out of the water. Prepare properly, rehearse thoroughly, work on the mechanics of audience engagement through your eye contact, gestures, and highlighting key words. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and so please subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Hit the little bell icon to receive update notifications. Our website details are on screen now, www.dale-carnegie.cojp. It's packed with value, so certainly check it out. We try to offer as much value as possible, so you might also enjoy our other shows. In fact, we are releasing content 6 days a week. For podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday for the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcast Show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. Now, you get these wherever you get your podcast. Also, every Monday we release the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Every second Thursday we release the Business Pro Television Show, and every Friday the Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, every Saturday we are releasing Japan's top business interviews. These are all on YouTube. We appreciate your support, and please let others know about it so they can benefit too. We want to make a contribution to helping people build their careers and businesses, and so please join with us in that endeavour. In episode 308, we are talking about eradicate that sales buyer existing supplier nonsense. So yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We're here to help you. We've only got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.